Okay, this is Team Waimea Bay for ICS414 presenting our final Scuba project. My teammates are myself, Nathan Onaka, and Gelacio. So we did the Scuba project in JavaScript using a Meteor framework and React bootstraps for the functionality. It's a web application that's basically just a dive table with some other fancy things. So once you run the application code, it'll appear in your local host here. This is the landing page. To get started, users can create accounts and log in. That way all the dives they have will be saved and tracked, and they can access them later. So let's sign up and create a new account. You can do anything you want. Let's do bob@bob.com. Password also Bob. So once the account has been successfully created, two new options tabs appear in your navigation bar. One to create a dive, and the other one to view the dives that you've created. So if we click on this tab, you'll see there's nothing there yet because we haven't done a dive. So let's go ahead and create a dive. So here you can input the dive table information that you plan to do. We'll have ours, let's just say we go like 52 meters for 20 minutes. You can input the size of your oxygen tank. We'll do a 200 bar size oxygen tank, and we'll say we have it at 95% full. And then the SAC is the surface air consumption rate, and this is a value that most scuba divers will know. And this is something we use to calculate how much oxygen that you'll have left in your tank depending on the other values you input. So let's say this person uses 2 bars per minute. And then if you plan to do another dive after this, you'll have to input how long you plan to do a surface interval time, or how long you plan to stay on the surface between dives. So let's say this person's going to wait an hour before doing their next dive. So go ahead and create that dive. Once the dive's been created, you go here to view them, and here it shows up some of the information. So some of the things they inputted, and as well as some of the calculations that it's done in the background, like how much oxygen is left. It also checks to see if that with this depth and time, if a safety stop has to be required for to avoid the decompressions. And then using their surface interval time of 60, it consults the dive table and gives them a minimum and maximum next dive values that they can do. So this person can do another dive from 40 meters for up to 60 minutes, or go all the way down to 70 meters, but only for 3 minutes, depending on the safety levels that the nitrogen that they were taking with the surface interval time of 60. And then because of that, they'll also have to refill the oxygen tank, because 15% won't be enough for those. So since we decided to do another dive, let's go ahead and do that again. Let's say we go a little deeper this time, 70 meters, and for half an hour. Still 200. Maybe this time we start with even less oxygen, 80. Same SAC. And then just to show you what happens, let's say this person decides to do another dive afterwards, but they only rest 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and create that. And if we view it here, the second dive has showed up in their dive areas with the same calculations being done with the new oxygens and stuff. However, now that their surface interval time is only 5 minutes, that's not enough time to get rid of the nitrogen in your body. So it doesn't say that there's any minimum or maximum depth that they can go at all, that they need to do at least 10 minutes before you're able to dive anything at all. So to demonstrate that this gets saved to the account, we'll go ahead and sign out, and then log back in with that account that was created. Bob@bob.com, password Bob. Go ahead and sign in, and they're taken to the home screen, and their dives are still there. So for the calculations of the oxygen percent and the SAC, determines on things like water pressure at certain depths. So the formulas for that, the sources are given inside the comments of the code, as well as the sources for where we found the dive tables, where we actually implemented the output that it gives depending on the surface interval times between dives. That's pretty much it for our application. You can go ahead and sign out, and that's it. Thanks for watching.